I'm Kit, and this is Caleb.
And we're the Trophy Bros.
Welcome to our podcast.
Listen as we share our crazy,
Off the wall,
and oftentimes ridiculous thoughts.
enjoy the episode.
Well, welcome back to the Trophy Bros podcast. And today we're doing a collab with the Y'all Are Crazy podcast.
Collab time.
Collab time, right?
Collab.
So, to my left here, we have Curry, and we have Katie. So, if y'all want to give a little plug in real quick, go for it.
Do you remember our info?
I remember all of it.
Except the email?
TikTok is at Y'all Are Crazy Pod. Y'all Are Crazy Podcast on Facebook. Y'all Are Crazy _pod on Instagram. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
And on Spotify.
Spotify, of course. Can't forget that.
We earned our right to be on Spotify.
Well, just real quick, our recaps and backlashes from last episode. I don't recall anything. I can't see you way down there, Caleb, because if we have
What
people
was our
talking
back?
to us.
What was our last episode?
Well, you would have to ask me right here on the spot. But, yeah. I'm not exactly sure, dude.
It was the phone.
The phone.
The
yes.
evolution of
The
the
evolution of the phone.
phone. Yep.
Evolution.
Well,
So then,
Back in y'all's days with like the brick.
Yeah,
Like
we
the-
talked about the Zach Morris phone. We talked about that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I had this conversation at lunch today with one of our guys, and yeah, I mean, it's incredible how much the phones it evolved. But yeah, nothing. I hadn't got any backlash. I hadn't really thought about anything.
no, my watch just kind of got like, oh, you called me out on the razor kick, huh? So yeah.
Yeah, about the only thing it doesn't do is you don't do a colonoscopy with it, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
But with a brand new iPhone.
Don't do it yet.
Not yet. Not yet, at least. So it's probably to come.
Yeah, no, for sure. But anyway, so moving on. We are going to be talking about survival today, guys.
SurVib'n.
Surviving out in the wilderness, out in the wild. What's your show that you go to when you're thinking of survival?
That
Survivor?
Alone.
Oh, alone.
Where it's like the 100 days
Yeah.
in Alaska.
I got nothing.
Naked and Afraid. Come on, dude.
I've seen Naked and Afraid. I'm not a TV guy.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I think of like Alone. I think of what is it? This Survivor guys. There's two guys. One has a barefooted guy with a hippie guy with that long braided hair. He's like, "Come on, dude! Like it's not cool to kill things and like how you gonna survive? You got to kill stuff and eat it. Survival of the fittest."
So I actually got a buddy. Shout out to Brendan Miller. He's actually trying out for Survivor.
Like the TV show, CBS Survivor.
Yeah, he's actually he submitted everything, and so he's been doing like CrossFit stuff to get in shape and everything. So yeah,
Was he like?
so we're
Was he
hoping.
getting ready to get naked?
I don't know.
Naked and afraid. Oh, that's not naked. That's naked and
That's
afraid.
Naked and Afraid, buddy.
Naked and afraid. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but no, it's pretty cool. So yeah,
Okay, you want to be on that one, don't you?
I'm all right. I'm good.
yeah.
Thank you for the offer, though.
I'll remain closed and be afraid. It'll be all right.
I think we all would be afraid if I got
Yeah.
naked.
So we're gonna jump into our first question here, and we're gonna kind of let you set up your own survival
Scenarios.
scenario.
Alright.
Okay. So, would you rather be stranded in a desert, safari, the mountains, the tundra, tropical rainforest, stranded at sea, or deserted island?
I gotta go with either mountains or deserted island, personally.
I'm feeling the same way. I'm not staying in 120 degrees with the sun beating down on you all day like a tumbleweed blows by. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, there's way too many stuff.
So a
that-
deserted island? Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm mountains.
Okay. Okay.
I'm picking mountains too. Because, I mean, if you're in the mountains, at least there's a chance that somebody finds you.
I'm not saying I could survive in the mountains.
What about like the Serengeti?
No. Too many dangerous
Serengeti.
animals.
I'm thinking I'm choosing the deserted island.
Like spaghetti would be nice. You could survive.
Absolutely.
Why?
The deserted island?
Yeah.
You have unlimited water.
Salt water though.
Okay, but
boil
in the mountains, you've got like the
Lagoon
streams and the,
Are you sure they're there though?
I mean, where there is snow, there's got to be water somewhere, right?
That's true.
All right, so let's go down the line here real quick. Kit, where would you want to be? We got to establish this first.
The deserted island.
The
mountains.
deserted island. Okay. All right.
Gotta go mountains.
Curry.
Mountains for sure.
All right, Caden.
Mountains as well.
Well, I think I might go with the rainforest.
See, I didn't go to the rainforest. There's so many dangerous animals in there.
Yeah, but I mean, there's an endless supply of water, I think, with the rainforest.
It is always raining.
Because it's rainforest.
Like there's jaguars and cougars and
Those freaking parrots.
tigers.
Could you imagine being
dangerous.
naked and afraid and having a parrot squawk?
We're not talking about being naked and afraid. We're just talking about being
Regularly.
Those
Just stranded.
crazy tribes that are in the
Exactly.
rainforest
And the Amazon.
scalp you just for being the color of your skin.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Dropped in the middle of your wilderness, Kit, your deserted island. Curry, your mountain. Caden, your mountain. I'm in the rainforest. Dropped in your wilderness. How long could you survive?
With nothing on me?
With oil. All right. Yeah, with nothing on you.
Nothing on you right now.
Say with what you are wearing right now, nothing. Well, I mean, you're wearing something, but
I would give myself probably 4 days to a week.
Wow.
I mean, you can go that long without food, technically.
3 days.
you don't think you could like kill something or like eat bugs?
I could. So I'm gonna give myself a week.
With what you have on, you can kill something. I don't think you can.
I got these two guns.
2 hands.
These two hands.
Huh?
You better get off the gas.
Yeah.
Catch a fish with my hands.
I don't know about that.
Kit.
I would say a week to 2 weeks,
2 weeks
possibly even longer.
on a deserted island.
Yeah.
We're saying like a desert, not like a dessert island.
Not made out of brownies.
No, this is deserted.
Yes.
It's like not made out of brownies and cookies.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
could you imagine?
well aware of what you're saying.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
You're saying like a Caribbean island that hasn't been inhabited.
Yeah, it was sand.
Yes.
Okay.
The sand is a filter.
I'm just saying
No,
because when you say Caribbean,
sand,
I'm just making sure you don't. I'm just
You
making
can
sure
do all
you're.
that to make it work.
I'm just making sure you're. When you say Caribbean, you've been on a bunch of Caribbean cruises that have a lot of food.
There's no waiters bringing you drinks on this island.
No,
Are you about to come at me? You getting up out of your stool like that?
there's a lot of stuff that can be done to filter water,
You got coconut,
coconuts that have coconut water, and that's a source of food as well.
but it also make you dehydrate. Could give you.
It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than what y'all have.
I got rainforest.
Okay.
What do you sleep with my eyes open, with my mouth open?
What are you eating right off the bat?
That's dangerous.
I'm eating a pig because there's
No.
pigs out there in the rainforest.
You have nothing on you.
Huh?
You have nothing on you.
Whittle a spear with your fingernails.
Do you have a knife on you right now?
I'm throwing
Fingernails.
Now,
I'm throwing it.
if you were to go right now,
A sharp rock. Find a sharp rock.
a sharp rock, really?
Yeah.
There's a
Are we,
rock.
are we really
Scale tree, sharp
You
rock.
could sharpen.
Goodbye.
One, you could
Okay.
find a rock and sharpen it, or you could use your sharp rock to whittle a spear and get it with a spear.
whatever?
Options are endless.
Don't be mocking me. I got my rainforest. I think nobody's asked me, but
Caleb, how long would you last?
I think I could last at least 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
At least.
Always has to one up me. Always.
Two
Glad
and a
y'all
half
are
weeks.
faithful in yourselves because I'm giving myself a week tops.
I mean, that's surviving wise, like physically, like mentally and emotionally. Like I think I'd probably go crazy after like about like 4 days. I could start talking to myself. Like I already talked to myself, but anyway. So if you no, so we say without anything we could survive like that amount of time. But if you could only take, let's say, 3 to 5 items with you to help you survive, what would they be? And a gun is not an option. You can't take a
See,
gun.
that's stupid.
No, I'm just
Come
saying.
on.
No.
Like, you're not gonna always have that. Like, all right, say you take a gun, you only have like 4 bullets. Like, what are you gonna do?
That's fair.
No, you can't take a gun. That's,
What are you going to drink out of? How are you going to drink? How are you going to
My
eat?
gun.
All right. So
I'm gonna shoot a
I'm
monkey
not
and
going
spit
with
out
my
the brains
list.
and drink out of its skull.
So my list would be a pot, a fire starter, a knife, some fishing string, and I think that's all I would need.
How many was that? Oh, and
Four.
That was
That's 4.
4, but
I'm right.
how are you planning to fish with just
The
fishing line? Yeah.
Don't start.
That's a good point, though.
Have y'all never seen the koozie fisher? The literally he grabs it.
have.
You got to put something on the
Okay.
end of that string.
Uh-huh.
You're just going to dangle the
water.
string into the
Bait.
water.
Why not?
Here's what I would say. I would say you could bring like a fishing kit, like that would have like
Okay, a fishing kit. There we go. Boom. That's 4. And I think I could last.
that would
for a
have
while.
like that would could consist of like say 10 fishing hooks and some fishing line.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I think I could last for a while on that.
All right.
Well, when you are bringing 20 items and 10 of them are hooks.
No,
That's true.
4 items. Fishing kit is 1.
Well, it's fine. We'll just change the whole name of the game.
That's his alter ego's fishing kit.
There you go. What about you there, Chief?
Me, Chief. A fishing kit.
Oh no.
Since we pulled that out of thin air, a fishing kit, an axe, like a hatchet axe, a pot, probably a net of some sort, and a
net.
tarp.
That's 5. How many were
What
loaded?
do you need?
3 to 5.
You could take up to 5.
What do you need a net?
It's 3 to 5. Catch fish. You can set up a net. Catch more than one time.
Yes, no. You just wasted it.
What else you got?
I'm just saying, you just wasted. Go ahead, Caden. Let's hear your waste.
You had 4 items. What do you mean wasted? You wasted a whole pig by not bringing anything.
We're going the fishing kit, obviously. I don't need a pot to boil water. I'm going to bring a live straw.
Those are only good for a couple gallons, though.
That's true.
Don't worry about it. I'll find sand to put in and filter it.
You have to have sand, charcoal.
He'll find sand.
Big rocks.
He'll find sand in the mountains, kid.
Fire starter.
And that's the thing you didn't bring, Curry. You didn't bring anything to start a fire. You realize that?
Sticks. Your friction. This guy. 2 sharp rocks.
It's not happening.
Yeah, good luck with that.
All right.
Let me know how that goes. And then a bow and arrow. Is that legal?
No.
Oh my.
Oh, I mean,
You can
okay.
You can make one.
You can bring a recurve.
A recurve?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
But I say if you're bringing a bow, every arrow should count as an item.
What?
That's
I agree.
you're already bringing
Those
the
are big.
arrow. Yeah.
I would say you're only allowed to bring like 3 arrows.
Those
Three,
things-
like, one little Robin Hood quiver.
that takes up a lot of space.
That's why I brought the hatchet, because I can throw a hatchet like as a weapon. There's people that do.
My Tommy John.
There's the guy on the internet that spears like the animals from above.
Tim Wells.
That's a spear, not a
You
hatchet.
could do the same thing with a hatchet.
I don't think you, I would love to
I've
see you
thrown
throw a hatchet.
I've thrown plenty of hatchets in my day.
He's gone to the hatchet house.
Exactly.
Yeah, that guy did try to get you to join his team.
He asked me to join his axe throwing team. So
So for me, thanks again for once of y'all asking.
So
What would you bring, Caleb?
What are you bringing?
I would bring a fire starter, like a flint striker. So that's obviously one. I would bring a fishing kit. I would bring paracord.
oh, that's a good job.
And then I'd bring a. Trying to think if I would bring a bigger knife or an axe. I'd probably bring a. Trying to think what I would bring.
A hatchet's useful though, because you can cut wood with that too.
I think I would bring a saw.
A saw, like a bow saw.
Mm.
One of those like steel foldable saws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a tree saw.
Have y'all seen the chainsaws that are like actual handheld chains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd bring one of those, and then I'd probably bring a bigger knife. Like so,
A machete.
I wouldn't bring a pot because I feel like I can probably make something to hold water. So
Well, I'm bringing it to boil.
I know you are
Maybe like a cupped rock, maybe something like that.
something like I figured something out.
There's a guy on Alone that made like a basket pot out of tree bark, or like the inside of a tree. He like wove it together.
And it
See,
didn't catch
but-
on fire.
And the reason,
Boiled it.
yeah. So the reason is for me is because I'm going to be in the rainforest, so I can capture my water.
That's true.
That's not going to be as contaminated.
Yeah, but have you?
I don't know about that.
Have you heard about like how rainwater actually is like kind of super disgusting?
Yeah, so I'm
He's
okay.
really a germaphobe when he's living in the rainforest trying to stay alive.
Fair point.
The pH of this water is too high.
All right, so here's the deal, though. What would your strongest survival skill be? Like, would it be like, for instance, like, would it be fishing? Would it be like scavenging, like berry picking? Would it be fire making? Like foraging? Like this mushroom is edible. This mushroom is
You gotta be
poisonous.
careful with the shrooms.
I can get
This red
really
berry, they call it poison ivy or something. Like
leaves of 3. Leave them alone, right?
Leaves of 3, let it be.
Yeah.
So what would you say your best survival skill would be?
Shelter making.
I was about to.
No, you wasn't. I just said it.
All right. Well, I can't say that now. So
Shelter making.
You say shelter making?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why?
Sure.
Have you ever made a shelter?
Yeah. Camp Grady Springs.
He built his house with his bare hands.
oh, Camp Grady Springs, we built the best shelter ever.
You got bare hands?
What'd you say?
You got bare hands?
When I did that
Saw-
earlier, it was
this is
chill.
irrelevant. I'm sorry, but I saw this video the other day. It was a bear without arms.
A bear without arms?
He's got right to bare arms.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with probably hunting or being able to harvest
How you gonna hunt?
with my hatchet, as we previously mentioned.
He's gonna have his very minuscule binoculars.
Well, I can't bring binoculars, so
It's like, that's my purse. And throw that at.
get away. Yeah, I could have gone pro and axe throwing. I
So
just chose not to.
you're in the mountains. What are you hunting for?
Mountain lions. It's in the name. It's in the name. There's goats. There's goats. Mountain goats.
Mountain goats? Yes. But there's goats. There's mountain goats. I'm going to get me a good mountain goat. A
Big
big one.
big old barbecue over here.
Yeah. I mean,
Stick a stick through it. And
a large goat could last me at least a week and a
Oh,
half.
for sure. But
So,
let's be a little bit more realistic. Squirrels.
a rabbit. I could get a rabbit. A squirrel.
rabbits are harder than I thought they would be.
Okay.
Well, I got a hatchet, so I mean, pretty
So the
big
fact
target.
that you're gonna act quicker than a rabbit and go,
If I get up close, I could just grab it with my hands.
So, rabbit,
I'd like to see you do it.
I think your best bet to catch some of those things would be like,
Traps.
Learn them.
Snare
would be
trap.
like the, what is it they call the where you prop up a rock and you
And the
put the bait
box.
underneath and then they take the bait and the rock falls on them.
I feel like that's a very cartoon thing though, because
Earlier, I brought my net so I could catch them with a net. Set up a trap.
Very nice. Way to use that wasted pick.
Yeah. You didn't pick anything. I mean,
I'll leave my options open.
With my paracord, I can make a
Snare trap.
snare trap. I can make
just
fishing
hanging
net.
with my net.
dang on lasso.
Yeah, I could lasso anything.
So what?
Pig.
So what? Is that what you're saying is your strongest survival?
I'm gonna be way better in curry at hunting. That's for dang sure.
I'm gonna be a forager. Like I'm gonna eat snail,
What are
Berry
you gonna
picker.
get? What are you gonna get in the mountains then? Because you're so good at hunting. What are you gonna hunt?
elk.
Well, a mountain goat.
You're laughing at me.
Mountain lion.
But
You're not
the
invited
thing
to
is,
go
my
barbecue.
arrow goes a lot faster than your hatchet ever will.
Yeah. Well,
Are you any good with the bow and arrow?
I like to think so.
Can you shoot a bird?
I can't.
nope.
I do take
Nope.
those 3 arrows,
Nope.
fetch and retrieve a lot.
They
Well, I
call
could-
me. They call me Katniss Everdeen with my bow and arrow.
Call me Robin Hood.
What if they call you what?
Robin Hood.
No, they don't.
Kid, what do they call you?
Katniss Everdeen.
They call him Katniss Everdeen.
Yep.
That's his other alter ego. He's got Fishing Kit and Katniss Everdeen.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hey, she's a beast.
All right, so you think
Hey, what would yours be?
mine?
Yeah.
You just said it. Were you not paying attention?
Well, I just wanted to ask him so he didn't hear.
Yeah, nobody just started me. I just started giving out mine because nobody ever asked me.
All about.
Yeah, yeah. So, what would your weakest one be though?
Based on the materials I brought, probably fire starting.
Yeah.
Because I didn't bring anything. I'd make it work. I'd make it work.
You get this too wrong.
I think
Smash the get some me smash fire.
I think he would accidentally start a fire by throwing his hatchet.
That might work too.
Spark a rock.
That's why I'll go hunting first, and then wherever that fire starts, that's where my camp's going to be. I have to keep the fire
The
alive.
fate of reality chooses my camping spot.
Exactly.
I'll make shelter here. Yeah.
I think my weakest would probably be just getting up and moving. I'm crippled. My feet are crippled. So that's the thing. If I just sit back with my bow and arrow, I sit against a tree, take a nap. Yeah.
You're not getting up either. You're not getting up either.
Yeah, no, a deer would walk straight past me and I would have no clue. But if I did find one and got it, I'd have food for the rest of the week.
I think my greatest weakness is that I'm too good at everything.
I was about to say my pride.
I'm too good at making fire, so I think I would probably burn the entire rainforest. No, I think
How are you gonna?
I think that's going to be my problem. It's like if I'm in a rainforest, is making fire, so it's going to
Keeping
be
it going.
yeah, keeping it going.
Yes, I found some kindling.
It's damn
Wet.
So wet, I can't start it.
It's moist. I can't get this moist wood.
So I don't know what I'm going to use to make up.
I can't get this moist wood to ignite. So that sounded really weird. Moist wood. Moist.
Wood.
Materials.
Moist kindling.
Moist kindling, yes. There you go.
Moist wood, huh?
That just sounds like an art form.
You gotta give it a nice little,
Nice little blow. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
yeah, gentle breeze. Gentle breeze on the moist kindling.
Sounds like you're reading an audiobook.
Yes.
Caleb in the rainforest in chapter 2.
So when you show up on the island or wherever you're being
I'm in the rainforest.
let go at,
Rainforest.
what's your order of stuff to do?
I mean, I'd probably do do a quick lap, make sure there's like no rescue. Make sure there's not a chance I can get out of there.
Make sure
No
there's not
chance.
like a resort on the other side.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm glad y'all thought of that because I'm not walking all that way to my hopes aren't high at this point. If I'm stranded, I'm stranded.
Just take a couple laps and hey, you guys, see if there's anybody.
That would be a parrot like, yeah, in here. It's gonna be a parakeet. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's going to be a parrot saying that is, oh, it's moist, it's moist.
Start a fire.
No, shelter. I think would be my. You got to get a shelter.
Depends on what time of the day because then you have all day. If like you land, morning, noon.
Yeah,
But
but
shelter's mine.
I think fire and then shelter.
I prioritize food too much. I'm leaning on my dang tree. The tree is my shelter.
Yeah.
I'm one with the tree.
I'm in a rainforest though. I gotta make a shelter to where I can get out from underneath the rain at some point. So
Well, I got to get out of the sun, so that's why I have to build shelter. So I would say my last one that I didn't use, Curry, I would take a tarp.
So now we're just adding on. But
No, I had that. I had it. You see, that's why I left it blank.
whatever.
That way I could.
That way you can see it.
You're already there. You can't just like
I say,
Walmart real quick.
No, I'm gonna make an Amazon order.
he eats his tarp to him.
Amazon drone just
And the drones can go anywhere. Give it a coordinate, it'll go.
really can't.
Whatever.
Yeah, they can.
Whatever, kid.
But shelter, fire, water, then food.
Okay, so here's the deal though. We're there. We established where we're at, what your skill is. Huh? What?
I don't know what he just said.
Who?
Kate.
What you said?
Don't worry about it. I'll tell you after.
So if you could take you have all this. So if you could take somebody, who would you take? And this it has to be somebody that you actually know. It can't just be like somebody famous. Like
Joe Rogan.
it can't be somebody like that. It has to be somebody you've actually
If I
met.
know him personally.
I follow on Instagram, so
I mean,
we pretty much are tight like
It
that.
can't be Instagram friends or Facebook, Insta tweet, Snap tweet people. So you got to know them like legit. Like, if hand them a kiss on
I
the
would
mouth.
say Caden, as long as he promises not to slow me down.
That's
you
it?
can you can go. I mean, have fun, but
want to take a nap.
no, just sit down for a minute, rest my eyelids. That's all it is. Just find a tree, lean against a tree. If you like shoot a raccoon or something, use the raccoon as a pillow. Like there's these little things you can do here and there.
That's your pick. Are you taking Curry?
I'm taking Curry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Sorry.
The true bromance going on here.
Listen,
you
we've
taking?
come a long ways from the deer blind.
I thought about Zane too.
Yeah.
No, you've already committed.
You've
already committed.
Just going through my thought
I
process.
thought about somebody else too.
I'm taking Zane. I know he's a good shot. I know he's an outdoorsman. He knows how to do those. He can bear rip. Quit doing that.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Are you serious? We're doing a podcast and you're trying
Trying
to
to serious
spring.
conversation. And you wanted to
I was adjusting it in the spring.
No, you.
I did not do this.
The thing is, you can't do that on our podcast because
don't
this
have
one has a
these.
camera.
Yeah,
Strumming a spring on our podcast.
we're never invited back now.
Yep. No, I would say Zane because I feel like he has a good outdoor resume.
Who is Zane?
Zane Bell. I feel like for one thing, he has like a beard that's about 6 foot long. So if anything, you could like
Covered up with it.
cut his beard off and braid it and make a rope.
And you could use it as kindling for your fire. That would start a quick fire.
So, I mean, there's a lot that
Start a fire with his beard.
if for some reason, because I would say that you could use anything that you found while you're out there in the wilderness. So if somebody left like any kind of trash, garbage, you can use those kind of things. I'm just banking on somebody leaving like a gun. And so Zane is a...
What is this? A 243 in the rainforest?
I know.
Fully loaded.
I know, but I mean,
Of ammo.
yeah. I just think he'd be an excellent survival guy. I feel like he's read a bunch of books and done that kind of stuff. So, kid, if you're expecting me to pick you, I'm sorry. I'm not that.
A wing and a miss.
I know you're my boy, you're my friend, but you're not my boyfriend.
Well, that's all right.
So,
Kid's having to think about who he's taking now because it's not you now.
did it break your heart?
No, I already had John Spillers picked.
Yep.
Just because that dude is like very inventive.
He's inventive.
Yeah, and so he can kind of make any tool that we need or anything, and
Yeah, he is.
so that's who I'm picking.
Do you want to retract your pick, Curry?
No.
That's what I thought.
He's sticking with you. You're stuck with
Well.
him. Do you want to change yours? Don't feel like you have to stick with him because he picked you.
No, I know. I'm actually picking him because he's the fittest of the two of us.
Because I taught him everything he knows.
He's very good at scavenging in terms of, hey, Curry,
Because
you
that's the
should
only
walk
friend
the
we
4
have.
miles and go see if you can find us some food. Okay. Now I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna hunt. You're gonna get berries. It's like a little meat and vegetable type of deal here. You'll go find the greens, and I'll get the meat.
Basically, is what he's telling you is to get in the kitchen.
Sorry, pretty much. It sounds like it. He didn't want to do the walking. I mean, we weren't halfway back from the deer stand when we went hunting.
Did you lie?
Did you want to go get the gator and pick me up?
Walk the rest of the way, get the ranger, and then you can come back and get me. I'll just pop a squat.
All right, so here's the deal.
Point could have walked out by the time.
So here we go. We're going to make things a little bit more interesting. So if you could, like, adding a person to being alone on surviving adds a completely different element to it. But say if you could have somebody, but that meant you didn't have two of your elements, two of your items, would you add somebody or would you rather still be alone?
Yes, I would add somebody.
I still had somebody.
Because that also
Another
keeps me from
person's
going
valuable.
insane. And it helps me, like, you can get twice the materials.
No,
No, you don't. You still.
I know, I'm saying, like, you could acquire, like, you could find
You
twice
think
the
you
stuff.
Twice the manpower.
You could get twice the amount of stuff done.
I
in
got you.
theory.
I got you.
In
You
theory.
think you could scavenge twice as much?
Yeah.
I think a lot of great podcast ideas would come up out there.
Oh, yeah. That would never be recorded.
Yeah, because we died in like a week and a half.
Yeah. We'd be at each other's throats after a while.
I could see y'all like out there pretending to do a podcast.
Just talking
We
and
have
squeezing this on the
we have
ground.
2 sticks. We're like, welcome back.
Wilson, here we are with Wilson.
It's like a animal we're made.
It's our special.
Puppets.
It's our special guest, the bass we caught 20 minutes ago.
Yes, the largemouth bass. Yeah, yeah. That's
I didn't do it on purpose. I was adjusting the cord. I'll just keep my hands.
just leave the cord alone.
My goodness.
That's his mama coming out. No,
You're just as bad as a toddler.
I don't know. To me, I think I agree. I see both sides of it. Part of me, I think I could probably survive longer on my own, but I would probably go insane. So to have an extra person would be nice.
Yeah.
All right. So if it came down to it, and you knew the end was, well, let's not go there yet. Would you say something bad happened while you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're stranded, and it came down because there was like, this actually happened several years ago. There was a guy who was like mountain or rock climbing, and a rock got on his arm. He got wedged between a rock
And a
and
hard
his arm.
place.
Yeah. A rock in a hard place.
It's terrible.
You should be ashamed.
You laughed at it.
Anyway, and his arm got pinned between the rock, but he had a pocket knife, and he wound up cutting his arm off himself, and then escaping and finding. And
It's like the farmer in the Baylor situation. You've heard of that one?
I don't guess I have.
There's a 911 call where it's like the dog basically led him to the hay baler, but the guy got stuck up in it and had to like cut his arm off and like try to make it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So my question is, do you think you could cut a limb, cut your arm or your leg off in order to survive, to find help?
I think if it comes down to life or death, I mean, you gotta kind of weigh your options out. But
I don't know.
Well, you're in luck. That's part of this podcast. Is that
yeah.
It's a life
Run it.
situation.
Yeah.
We actually test every idea that they have on this podcast.
Yep.
So we're all going. Me and Curry are going to the mountains like next week.
We're going to the state park after this. And we're going to see how long we can last.
Well, I definitely think we need to do an or a couple nights. See,
Camp,
take nothing with you.
take the supplies our 3 to 5 items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and let's see how you do.
I think we should
Get a
go.
couple GoPros and make it look like a
Blair Witch
survivor or
Project.
something.
I think y'all are avoiding my question, though. I've never answered my
I don't
question.
know.
Yes,
Yes.
I could. I could.
mentally think I would be able to cut my arm off.
I would be scared to death too, but I mean, if it came down to it.
Well, you got to think about like that.
But then, but then you got to think. Then you hold up. Stop cutting me off. Then you got to think. There's something to eat right there.
Well, no, your arm's stuck.
Your arm is. How are you gonna eat it?
If you eat your own arm, I think you're actually psycho.
No,
Use it as
How are you
bait
going to
or
get your arm?
something.
How are you going to get
I'm
your
just
arm
saying.
back?
My
You
gosh.
pull the rock back that it was stuck behind, and then what do you grab the arm with?
I'm just saying if the whole thing wasn't, if the whole thing wasn't wedged in there.
You'd be in a rock and hard
I
place.
mean, we had the sausages off right here. You know what I'm saying?
No, Kitness. Please don't tell me you're eating your own limbs.
Came down to it.
No, if it came down to it, I think if anything, you use your limbs as bait for either A, fishing. I mean, like, you could get a lot of little slices out of these fingers. And, I mean, it would stay on the hook because it's got bone.
He has a point.
I don't think I could get to that point. Like, I think I would have to, if I'm cutting something off of me, I have to be like really extremely desperate to the point to where like it's in between like a rock
And
and a boulder to where it's like where it's almost numb. Like blood supply has been cut off to where I have to like, it's numb. I can't feel it. Like adrenaline's already like there and I got to cut it off. You know what I mean? Because I can't,
How do you think you'd feel after?
well, you're going to be in shock no matter what.
Yeah, but I think, do you just sit there and
You
like,
can't just like, oh, I'm going to cut this part of my finger off so I can put a hook on it and then throw it in the water. I'm going to just sit there and fish with it.
while you're just shooting blood out, whatever you
no, I'm saying once it's already cut off and you've kind of come to accept your fate, that it's either,
Or you're going to die.
well,
Like, why even fish?
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, you might as well fight to the end.
No.
Okay.
That just makes me
Like,
more
well,
miserable.
most likely dying. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
I'd rather sit there and sleep with an arm cut off than fish
I don't
with
think
an arm
you're
cut
able.
off.
I don't think you're falling asleep with an arm cut off.
I mean, it'd be just as miserable to fish with one
I
arm
think
cut
you'd
off.
be in so much shock that you would just pass out anyway.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like if
How
I
you gonna
started
reel that
cutting-
thing in? How you going to reel it in?
exactly.
I'll start walking back.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. If you get to that point though, and you know it's going to be bad, like say you like I think of the movie like Alive, like where the plane crashes in the mountains.
Yeah.
Do you think you could? Do you think you could eat your buddy? Like, so it's you and Curry.
No,
Do you think?
don't think I can.
You don't think you can shove a steak up them, put them on a rotisserie?
Depends like if you've been mauled or not. If you're like not recognizable, I think I could justify it.
If I got a buzz cut, you wouldn't mind eating me.
I'm saying like
That's how I took it.
if it wasn't like your body sitting there, like I feel like that would be mentally. Even without it, I think it's mentally hard.
Man, wow.
Well, I mean, would you rather me make it back and be able to tell your story, or die there with you? I mean,
No.
either way,
No.
He can write a book when he gets back.
Remember Ride or Die? Remember that whole little saying?
well,
Bad boys for life.
you died. That was the ride or die.
And
And
you
died.
rode, I died.
So I'm gonna keep riding.
Would you say? Would you like?
If you tried, we could both ride.
If I'm thinking like, would you say, hey, if we don't make it, if I die,
I think we'd have to make an
would you
agreement.
say, hey,
I will.
I give you permission to eat me?
Yeah, I think that would have to be how it works.
And sign it in blood. Just
Because kid, if it's me and you, I'm gonna say, hey, if it's me and you, kid, feel free to eat me.
I don't think I would be able to eat a person. Just
I'm
meant
just saying, I want you to survive to see your kids.
All right, well, let's put a rotisserie on you, buddy.
I'm just saying, I give you permission. And so with that, what part of my body is like acceptable? Like, is this good? Like, start off here. Like, this is good. Start off this.
no, because you got a lot of well, not you, but in terms of meat, I've got a lot of marbling right here.
Well, I do too, but I'm just saying, like, that may be a little too much of an intimate spot.
You're stuck.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah.
because then you got to be face up. And just to clarify, I don't think I could.
You can't reverse what you just said.
That's going to be out there forever.
What? Just saying that there's. I'm just
The
saying.
morals of you are already compromised if you're eating a human being.
Yeah.
You're
just-
already-
But you wanted to eat me, and
I did not say
I'm
that.
going to still tell
I
your
said
story.
in theory.
What story that I died?
in
Wow,
theory,
the end.
in theory,
Just saying.
I still don't think I would be able to do it. I
In
don't think I'd
what
be able to eat
theory?
a person. I wouldn't be able to eat.
Would you be able to make bacon out of somebody? I'm jerky.
I would not be able to eat a person.
Well, you'll have a dehydrate. Well, it's done.
Just take a couple skin grafts, make some beef jerky out of it.
When you say it like that, I really don't want to anymore.
What? Make beef jerky or eat a person?
When he said skin graft, I just imagine like this hole cut out of your
It's not a hole.
I'm not eating a person.
I'm telling you.
Just to clarify.
It's like
On
a
the
meat
internet.
grater. You just
I'm not
take a
either.
little sliver off.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm out in the wilderness and it's life or death, and I'm gonna die, if I don't get something and you're there, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat. If I have the means to do it,
That's
That must be a generational thing. Because, like, I agree with you, Caleb, and these two guys are like, no, there's no possible way.
also trying to clear my name on the internet right
maybe
now.
it's loyalty.
Loyalty?
Loyalty to your friend. Respect
Loyalty
out
to
of
your...
as much as I possibly can. I'm not killing them just to eat them. I'm just
I'm
saying.
just reducing my carbon or my digital footprint here. I would never eat a person. Just
High Curry and High Cade's claim
Be
we
good stewardship. Why waste? Why waste?
I'm going straight for the liver.
That's probably the
this
best.
before.
Liver and onions, baby.
Where are you finding onions?
Wild onions.
Wild onions all day long, dude.
Have you never seen the movie?
Have you,
When
have
you
you
never
never
seen
seen
the
the
movie
movie Holes?
They're in the mount. That's in the mountains, though. We got onions all over.
I know.
So
Peaches.
Have y'all ever mowed over
all
wild
the
onions?
peaches.
Like,
Well, that's
Underneath the Maryland.
that's the dead.
well, we know that the old guys would eat each other, and
Yeah.
the younger guys aren't into cannibalism.
Y'all are crazy.
I'm not saying I would eat just for the grins of it.
It is a life or death situation.
Yeah, it's life or death.
That's what we've said.
I don't understand. I don't understand what it would come down to. Like at that point, I'm gonna eat leaves, bugs.
Death. Life. Would you rather live and eat a person or die and not eat a person?
Because you got to think about that.
I could live with myself
Not
after
like one of y'all's
I did
already
eat my friend.
on the 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
You're telling me you can live with yourself happily after
You,
that?
you wouldn't live long if you didn't. I mean, if you think about it,
Whatever. I'm sticking with mine.
I am too. But I'm
Just
just
in your point, I respect that.
I'm leveling to them.
I know you
but I'm
want
also
to the point whatsoever.
In theory, life or death. Kit's on his like about to die, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
got one foot in the grave.
yeah, I don't want you to eat me. Are you respecting his wishes?
No.
Or
Absolutely not. He's not. I'll answer for him.
Kit knows me. No.
At that point,
And
it's
he
not-
knows
Say it's not Kit. Say it's me and my wife. Say it's me and my wife, and my wife is. Am I dying or is my wife dying? And which am I going to say? All right,
it's tough.
Mindy, eat me in order to survive, or Mindy says, eat me in order for me to survive. I mean, that's a whole nother scenario. I mean,
Well, if it's my wife, I'm cutting my leg off and feeding it to her. That's just what I'm doing.
like, eat this.
I got you. There you go. See?
Look what
I'm fixing the problem before it even gets there.
That's true.
That's why they call me the trophy husband.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
buddy.
they do. Trophy husband right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. That's like the whole, like, half glass full. What's it full of? Poop or blood? I mean, was it going to a baby or from a baby? Like, why are we collecting?
What are you talking about?
This has gotten really out of hand, really fast.
Oh. Is the glass half full or half empty?
I'd like to add an item.
What about pee?
Pee. Would you drink pee? We've already talked about that.
No, we didn't. That,
Not on the recording.
that was off
Oh,
air.
that was off air?
Off
I
camera.
gotcha.
That's the last point.
Curry said he would.
I did not say that. I specifically said I wouldn't actually.
Well, I saw an episode of like one of those survival things where one of the guys like took elephant poop and like and wrapped it in his shirt and then squeezed all the liquid out of the elephant poop and drank it.
Not saying that sounds good, but it's smart.
That's dumb.
There's no but to that statement. You should not say
No, there
but.
is. It came
there's
from a
not.
butt.
You're drinking elephant feces.
No,
I'm drinking
no.
You
elephant
just said that.
poop juice.
No,
Juice.
You just said the equivalent of hear me out.
when you poop or pee, that is your body's waste.
Okay.
Your body is getting rid of it for a reason.
You're not getting anything of value out of that.
So why are you putting it back
Hold on.
into your body?
Kitson, would you beg to differ or say that
Sodium.
some animals are smarter than us?
Their bodies still filter their waste.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere with this. Hold
No,
on.
no,
You don't think so?
no.
You're going to Longville. One-way ticket.
I would be willing to say the animals are more instinctual, and sometimes they're smarter because sometimes as humans we can be spoiled.
Me and you, baby, ain't nothing
But
but
their bodies tolerate different things than what we can.
Chickens eat their own crap and they survive.
And that's chickens.
You know the
We don't
lifespan
have
of
any
the
of
life-
the
Central
internal
DNA.
organs as chickens.
And what's the lifespan of a chicken?
I'm gonna get chickeny after this. I love chicken.
I mean, because last time I checked, when we have children, they're not in eggs.
That's true.
Well,
I just want to circle back. You just said chicken eat their own poop, and you're like, oh, I want me some chicken.
So basically, he's gonna go eat chicken.
I didn't say I was gonna eat the chicken poop. I said I'm gonna eat the
He's
chicken
like,
meat.
you get some chicken poop with a side of elephant juice, elephant poop
I'm gonna
juice.
go back to this question, and I'm gonna say that on the record, I would not drink my own pee, but I realize that
There's no nutritional value in doing that.
at some point in the wilderness, being stranded, I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm probably gonna try anything and everything because I'm gonna be delirious and crazy.
I'd rather drink salt water.
I'll try anything.
He's saying
telling
when
you,
he goes crazy,
I
he will have
know.
control over whether he does it or not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you that I might try to drink a little pee pee.
You're crazy.
That's
I know
You're hurting your body.
I know
preface the statement.
I understand you preface the statement, but I'm just saying you got to draw the line somewhere.
I'm also talking about
Right
eating.
line. That's what he's saying.
I'm also talking about eating people too. So
Wrong mind. There is a line.
yeah,
you're wrong, so you can't see where the line is. You're gonna
Yeah.
cross.
No, there's always a line.
I'm telling you,
We can argue that all day long. There's always a line somewhere.
I know we skipped this question, but is there an animal yet? What was that question you?
Is there an animal you're most scared of to face?
It's me, isn't it?
A mountain.
Want to kill you?
It would be, man. Especially where you're at. In the rainforest.
Yeah.
That's
All those crazy tribes that's
Yeah.
never been.
I would say
There's
probably.
nobody else going to answer the question.
I think it'd be parasite.
That's
Yeah.
mine would probably be like a mountain lion, cougar.
I
Mosquito.
don't know. Every time I just see one of those, like, I know they're scary, but I just think of like a little cat trying to be bigger than he is.
But if not, he'll rip your face off though.
Yeah.
I mean, just go ahead and try to pet him at that point.
So
What
say
you do, fellas? Domesticate an animal.
when I've been in Africa and in the middle of the bush and staying at a missionary's house and went outside. They have a compound which high voltage electric fence around their compound, but you had to go outside. You had to go outside to go to the bathroom, to the outhouse. And so when I went out, like it was probably 2:00 in the morning to go to the bathroom.
That way everybody's asleep.
Yeah, everybody's asleep.
No one can hear you.
Yeah, well, and I go to this outhouse, and when I go in and come back out, on the other side of this fence is a hyena, and I didn't know it was there. And all of a sudden, this hyena just goes off and just starts doing its little howl, laughing thing. And I thought I had already done all my business, but I didn't apparently because
You did it in your pants.
pee-peed a little bit more. Scared the ever-loving pee-pee out of me. Some more.
Samoa.
Oh my gosh.
I think in the mountains, honestly, elk are super aggressive. Like if you get up close on them.
But I mean, moose are though too.
You can climb a tree quicker than you can.
Moose or meese?
Mooses, mises. I don't know.
Mises,
Cactus.
cacti. That's the plural of cactus.
English is so stupid in that way. It's like
See, that's another thing.
goose,
Cactus
geese.
has a lot of valuable.
That's true. Cactus does have some value to it.
It contains a lot of water.
You can eat it.
Honestly, if you'll just watch animals and what they eat, deer eat cactus.
Chicken eat their own poop.
Bingo bango.
Boom.
That didn't help your statement, but okay.
Just made it even worse.
Yeah.
Bingo bang.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're surviving pretty good. Some of us,
Some of us better than others.
yeah, some of us better than others. So I think life experience has probably helped me more than anybody here. So
Who do we think's on the chopping block? Like, if we had to rank it, do y'all think we can come up with a mutual, like, first through fourth place?
No.
okay.
I can definitely say who's last.
All right, so let's do this.
All right, listen, everybody.
Kit, look underneath the table. I think we have our dry erase boards.
Crap.
So other than you, so here what we're going to do. Other than yourself, we'll go Kit number 1, Curry number 2, Caden number 3, me number 4. You can't write your own number, but you on your dry erase board write a number, and then you'll show it, and we're going to see
What do
who
we write? I mean,
That was a very confusing statement.
who do you think would have the highest probability of surviving the longest?
surviving the longest.
Surviving the longest.
Seems like
We just write their name.
Nope, just
their name.
their name. Okay, write their name.
I mean, because we know who's the number,
Yeah.
so it's not like you're going to hurt each other's feelings.
All right. So write their name.
Are we doing this in an order, or are we just doing the top name, top dog?
No, just write their name. The person you think would survive the longest. All right. You ready? On 3, show the camera.
Well, I didn't write mine big enough. So
Club. All right. I wrote you, Kit, and everybody else wrote me. That's sweet of everybody. I agree. I would have wrote my name too if that was part of the rules, because I think I would have. All right.
Oh yeah, they left that on there for too long.
Yeah. Don't erase it. Well, I need that.
Oops.
Right back over it. You can see where it was.
I don't know what.
That's okay. I'll figure it out. All right. So this time, right, who do you think would survive the fewest amount of days or hours? Caden, how do you spell your name? Is it with a C?
C-A-L-E-D. This is stupid. I hate you. Sorry, I didn't have a mic on. I hate y'all.
You don't even know what I wrote.
I know exactly what everyone wrote,
All right.
and I would like to defend myself afterwards.
I wrote the reason too.
Okay.
All right. And show.
I'm glad everybody has something to say.
I said Curry.
Well,
So, but
I
Caden,
retract my previous statement.
Curry,
I put myself at the 2 just because I picked you for number 1 and I learned everything from you. So I was gonna put myself in number 2, but I guess I'm last.
I said Barker because he literally said All he's going to do is sit underneath a tree.
I did not.
You said
What?
you said I'm gonna take a nap.
Correction.
No.
I said I am going to sit and I am going to sleep, but I'm also going to hunt, and I'm going to be the best hunter out of.
But you have to get up to go get it, though. And you said you're sitting.
Hey, what do you think do animals sleep during the day, Kit? Is that what they do? They just sit around?
Curry,
Nocturnal.
back me up here. You heard what he said.
He did say I would sit under a tree and wait for the animals to come to me.
Because they are going to feed. They're going to
Do you
eat.
think they're going to come to you, though?
Yeah.
Especially if you were here going.
They will come.
All right.
I just...
All right. We're going to.
Kid had made a good point there.
You call me Harvey Specter, and I just
I'd
close
say
you.
we do the whole. I'd say we do that whole thing where we go to the deer lease or something.
I say the deer lease because you
And we
can't go
get what
anything.
our items are. I'll go buy a recurve bow,
Deer camp.
and I will prove all of y'all wrong. Not you, but y'all two. I will prove wrong. Grr.
No,
I'm sorry.
Lack of faith or thereof.
I'm sorry. I still love you.
no.
Trophy friend no more.
I love you too, but it wouldn't be for long if we were out in the wilderness because you'd be dead.
I'd be eating too, probably.
I'm putting a
Squeeze
steak in you. We're going to put you on the rotisserie, buddy.
Pooping in a shirt and squeezing the liquid out of it. All right. Well, one of the things that we do to end our podcast is, since we're trophy bros, we end it with a win. So
Always.
always end with a win.
Always.
So we ask the question: what is one thing that has been a win for you in the last couple of weeks, more recently? So for me, I'll go first, and we'll let Kit, and then we'll let you guys go, just to kind of give you guys a heads up, because we didn't really give you guys that option on the
No clue.
Well,
I did.
you haven't been listening to the Trophy Bros podcast.
Yeah. So, but correct.
How do we end our
We just celebrated our 21st anniversary. So
happy anniversary, fellas?
Yep. So that's a win for us. It's a win for me, I will say. I don't know if it's necessarily a win for my wife, but to make it 21 years, it's exciting. I think it's a win for my son as well. He gets to have mom and dad living under the same roof together still.
That's where you came from. too.
Yep. Yeah. So, no, to be able to celebrate and to have a marriage that has sustained that. I'm not saying it's been easy. It's not always been roses the entire time. We've had our ups and downs, but it's been good. So,
Yeah, hey, sorry if you saw the Facebook comment I made where I said happy anniversary, fellas, with a question
You put a
mark
question mark
instead of
instead
an
of exclamation point.
So I was like, happy anniversary, fellas?
my wife didn't even tag me in that. So I don't see those comments.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. I went back and edited it.
She done want anybody stealing you. That's all
Well,
it
it's
is.
kind of weird.
Make it hard to find.
That's Kit.
My win is just family in general. We're going through a kind of a rough time right now, and just to have the family support and just the family to be around is always amazing, to lean on each other and just to be there for each other. So,
It's good stuff. You need that, especially in a tough time like that.
yeah.
Guess I'll go before Caden. Mr. Unprepared here. I've listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
Mine's probably starting senior year. New chapter. End of a chapter, really. Before a new chapter, so.
Senior summer.
Leave our podcast in the dirt.
Yeah.
Like you did last year.
Dead. Right on breaks.
Yeah, I told Curry earlier, I said, I'm not going to be one of those parents that show up to every one of your senior moments like some parents do. I said, if you want me there, tell me, but don't be disappointed if I don't show up. That's going to be your own fault. Tell me when you want me to
You
show up.
didn't come to senior breakfast?
Yeah, it's your fault. You got to tell me.
Yeah.
So you got to learn to do things yourself.
Yeah. My win is actually today about.
Did you get saved? We're still praying for that.
I'm saved. No, so like I said, I'm crippled. I've had foot surgeries and been through the whole ringer with that. My scooter that I take around college to classes broke the other day, or I say the other day, like last month at college. So I spent like $200 some odd on bird scooters, but I just got the replacement parts in and I got it fixed today. So
Sweet.
no more walking, and I will continue to sit under my tree and out hunt everybody.
No more exercising.
I'm pretty sure hunting under trees is frowned upon at
Dude,
campus.
Tarleton.
I don't know. They might be into that at all.
no, you can't stand on the grass.
You can't even touch the
supposedly.
grass.
Yeah, you're going to get tackled. I wonder how the maintenance crew does it.
Yep.
I would love to see you get tackled. They recruit scout team football players to wait behind a tree, and if you touch the grass, you just get form tackled.
That's part of summer conditioning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
Well, that is this episode of Trophy Bros / Y'all Are Crazy podcast.
Yeah, hit them up.
Y'all are trophies.
Y'all are crazy trophies. So,
Bada bing.
till next time, peace. Thank you for listening to Trophy Bros.
You can reach us through email at trophybrospodcast@gmail.com.
Make sure to also check us out on Facebook.
And if you like our podcast, make sure to like, share, follow, and rate us.
We're the Trophy Bros, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.